Man, what a game, what a game, what a game. Kyle Lowry on fire, closes out a huge comeback for the Raps. Raptors win 110-107 against the Dallas Mavericks after being down by as much as 30 points. 30 points in the second half. Raptors were down 30 points at the 2-minute and 32-second mark of the third quarter. And after watching that third quarter where the Raptors it didn't look good at all, I'm like, man, hopefully they chip it to like maybe 20 by the end of this quarter. Just make some stops, get a little basket here and there. Raptors chipped it away, like about 25 or 23 points at the end of the third quarter, but it looks slim. The Raptors look sluggish. And the Raptors, when they came out of the halftime, just looked lackadaisical, wasn't focused defensively and offensively. The starters just didn't look good enough. So in the fourth quarter, Nick Nurse had a choice where the Raptors are playing a back-to-back tomorrow. So they have Indiana tomorrow. So if this lineup doesn't give you anything and doesn't cut the lead down immediately, he's probably going to sit down all the starters. And Kyle Lowry is the only one that started that fourth quarter. So he was like, you know what? Let's roll the dice. Threw up 4 bench guys and Kyle Lowry. And we're like, go. Make something happen. And, whew, boy, did they ever. Raptors, Nick Nurse implemented a full court press with Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, Chris Boucher, Malcolm Miller, Terrence Davis, and Kyle Lowry. And they forced turnovers immediately. First possession, turnover. And they just kept flying down the court, attacking the rim, getting to the free throw line, knocking down threes, just making great hustle plays. It was amazing to watch. It was like the Raptors could do no wrong in that quarter. They were on fire. And then Kyle Lowry had 20 points in that fourth quarter, something around there. And it was just knocking down shot after shot. He was 1 for 8 from 3 during this game until the fourth quarter. And man, then he just let it rip. The next 4 threes he hit, all swish bombs. And they were like some step backs. They were like guys in his face, deep threes. He was hitting everything. And then he was getting to the rim, hitting some one-legged floaters and fouled. And getting to the rim, getting some layups through contact. He was doing it all, setting up guys. Terrence Davis was unconscious from 3, was just taking it with confidence. And then Malcolm Miller, even though Malcolm Miller couldn't hit an open shot to save his life in this one, his defense, his length especially, got him 3 steals, really sparked the team, helped Rondae Hollis-Jefferson jump on the boards, and Rondae Hollis-Jefferson and Chris Boucher saved them for the last. Whew. They were amazing tonight. Chris Boucher, career high 21 points, was just attacking the rim. He was doing great off the Kyle Lowry pick and rolls. And he finished some tough shots around the basket. And he hit the game winner because he got the dunk from Kyle Lowry pick and roll. And he slammed it down with conviction. Made sure no one's going to block that shot, whether Kristaps Porzingis or anybody else. And then he hit 2 free throws to pretty much give the Raptors a 3-point cushion. And the Raptors defended the last few possessions and held them off. Chris Boucher did get the rebound too to help the Raptors get that defensive stop. So Chris Boucher was amazing tonight. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, can't say enough. He just attacks the offensive glass, gets extra possessions. He even got that tip on the Kristaps Porzingis when he's just going out of bounds, and then Porzingis touches it, gets the Raptors an extra possession with under a minute to go. Just little things, but they make a huge difference in the end result. And the Raptors were just good enough with that fourth quarter to win it. A 47-point fourth quarter. You know what? It took all of that just to beat the Mavericks by 3. That's how dominant the Mavericks were for 3 quarters. But I don't know what Rick Carlisle was thinking. He should have doubled Lowry every possession because Kyle Lowry was the only guy just orchestrating everything. And forced the ball out of his hands. It would have been a great solution for the Mavericks, but they couldn't do it. And other guys for the Raptors just started making plays, and we won this game. And I think we just stole this game pretty much because we definitely didn't deserve to win that game the way we were playing. Nick Nurse made a choice. He's going to yank out the starters and put those bench guys in. And the turnovers they forced the hurried offense that they made the Dallas Mavericks play. And the Dallas Mavericks just looked uncomfortable shooting some of these shots. Tim Hardaway Jr. was chucking some shots. Initially, the Mavericks were very methodical, swung the ball around and got some good-looking shots, high percentage looks. But as the Raptors were pushing them and trying to force turnovers, the Mavericks just lost their cool and started doing some things that they weren't used to. Like Dwight Powell tried dribbling through Kyle Lowry, offensive foul. And then you have guys like Maxi Kleber and other guys trying to dribble the basketball and go around guys. Bad decisions overall by the Mavericks. They helped the Raptors get back into this game, because if it wasn't for their, high turnovers, the Raptors definitely would lose this game. If they just took care of the basketball and milked the clock, there was no chance the Raptors win this game. That's why the full-court press was effective. It forced Dallas to push the offense faster, and the Raptors forced turnovers and got easy baskets quick. That was massive. Takeaways from the game, very simple. The Raptors offense is not good, especially from their bench. Just not enough good possessions. Honestly, that fourth quarter, I'll have to give it to their defense to really give them the offensive boost. But in that second quarter, they could not muster any good shot opportunities. Spacing was bad. Guys aren't used to playing with each other. And they got to get a better sense of where they're supposed to be and how to create some good spacing on the floor. Terrence Davis has got to do a better job of just setting up the offense. Maybe give him a couple possessions, make him run the pick and roll, something like that. Because in that second quarter, that lineup that finished off the fourth quarter tonight wasn't really mustering any offense whatsoever. The defense was okay at that time, but they weren't as energized as I thought they would be. Got to do a better job. You got to play with that same kind of force in that fourth quarter. Now, you're talking about the starters in that first quarter. They played well. Defensively, they were solid, but they went through droughts. VanVleet, another bad game shooting the basketball, 2 of 13. Serge Ibaka was okay. And OG and, McCaw, they were okay as well, but not good enough, especially from the defensive end. I thought to do a better job. The Mavericks did make a field goal for the first 5 minutes of the game. I'm like, okay, maybe the Raptors can extend their lead to maybe 15 or 20, but they just started missing wide open shots, mustering some bad shots. Handed to the Dallas defense for forcing the Raptors into those shots, but Raptors got to do a better job. You're a championship team, you got to do a better job, and you can't go down by 30. Out of the gate, out of the halftime, Nick Nurse didn't get his guys ready, and those starters just blew a flat tire. Just didn't come out to play in that second half. And honestly, maybe it's the Christmas hangover or something like that, but they didn't look good. Got to be sharper in that Indiana game. Maybe this gives them momentum and a spark going into the next game. And Indiana, that's going to be a tough game. They're one of the teams that play tough defense. They don't allow a lot of points on the board. I think they're top 5 in opponents' points per game. So it's going to be a good game. And honestly, another takeaway I got to say, Kyle Lowry's got a great rhythm, and he could definitely lead the team, and he's definitely not declining anytime soon. He shot the ball well. His legs look good. He was getting into the lane, drew a couple of charges in this game. He was played with some passion tonight, and it was great to see. Get him rejuvenated like a playoff type Lowry. Great game for the Raptors. Amazing finish. If the Raptors went out all the way and caught up and didn't win the game, that would have been tragic and a heartbreak. But that was an amazing game. Great win, Raptors. Guys, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Raptors Wrap Up. Smash that like button, guys. Until next time. Peace.